Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm your host, Lisanne Faye, and... well, I'm gonna go say hi. Hello.
You're the Inquisitor.
I like how there's a griffin.
Mother never told me the Inquisitor was an elf.
That's not such a terrible thing, is it?
No, I just don't know why your people want to look like that.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on her hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man.
The son you mentioned.
My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you?
Yes, you did.
I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad. Perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
Will his father be joining us as well?
'Twould be most unlikely. His father helped raise Kieran for a time, but events have conspired to take him elsewhere. So 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
He seems like a fine young man.
But not the sort one might expect a woman like me to raise. No son of mine would be raised in a marsh, bereft of contact with the outside world. His future will be difficult enough without my adding to his burden. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
You know this place?
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tarar Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
We were lucky to have found it when we did.
Fate is often mistaken for luck, as Mother is fond of saying. The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice.
Thanks.
You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
Thank you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may.
And actually, good philosophical questions. Alright, but... Now, I have some things I need to do. Like, assign... assign people where they need to go. And it's nice that Morgan now joins us here. Alright, an amulet of power, probably for Sarah. The caravan spotted by Sarah's friends was abandoned after our offer to buy it. There is no documentation to show who arranged it. It appears our scrutiny was enough to scare them off. Great. Inquisitor, here are the results of my research. I trust they're satisfactory. Your spymaster said she might let me stroll around without my shackles if they please you, but sing no false praise on my account. Garen Alexius. On the Waken Sea. We found what we were looking for, an ancient vault all but buried in the thick vegetation at the heart of the island, no doubt untouched for over 1,000 years. The effort to open the vault without setting off traps was considerable, and what we found within was interesting. According to an agent named Rion, this was the retreat of one of the last of Andraste's disciples, a guardian who fled some manner of attack on the site of the sacred ashes. He expected reinforcement by other disciples who never arrived. Whatever texts the man thought to preserve have mostly crumbled, but we recovered a number of other artifacts from the site. It is a significant find that will undoubtedly prove of great interest to Chantry scholars, even if it will take them years to sort through all the debris. Great. Okay, great. Only Josephine can do this. Inquisitor, here's the thing. I don't even own a mask. Thus, when the Orlesian Empress invites me to engage in real peace talks, I get nervous. I don't know what Orlesians mean when they say that, but I hear it involves poison and dancing. Perhaps both at the same time. I'm told you know Empress Celine, and she owes you for that whole saved your life business. Considering you also helped save mine, perhaps the Inquisition could help make these talks happen. King Alistair Theron. There's a great deal of bad blood between these nations, but I will do my best to facilitate their talks.
Inquisitor.
Great! Go at it. Okay. Resources. Oh, that's gonna be the hissing wastes. Aid those impacted by the Civil War. Dance with the Dowager, the Allemande. My dear Inquisitor Faye, there was no time for us to dance in the Winter Palace, but perhaps I might claim that dance you offered now. You may not be familiar with the Allemande. It is the prelude to every great movement in music and in the game. I would be happy to teach you the steps. To begin, the couples form two lines facing one another. South of the Imperial Highway between Verchelles and Montesmard is Ylen Basin. It is a beautiful place, or Ylen Basin, sorry. It is a beautiful place of walnut groves, hollyhocks, and fifth-rate meteories that recently lost its lord to the Civil War. On the western edge of Ylen, the hopeful young Comte de Poisson stands, lining up his little toy soldiers for a quick and quiet invasion. Surely you would not leave the poor boy without a dance partner. If the Inquisition defends Lordless Ylen Basin, it might perhaps be considered your property. Be mindful of the steps, my dear. Cordially, Marquis Metillon. Ylen is a small basin. We can easily send in enough troops to defend it from attack. Or... don't know yet. We'll come back to it. I believe that is Derthamen. Lances. It has come to violence. Lord de Rosier, des Rosiers has directly challenged the holdings of our ally Lady Tybalt. He claims their ties to the Inquisition are to blame for his loss of honor, which is technically true. His militia is poised to threaten several trade outposts, though his will to attack may not be absolute. Lady Richelieu offers a barrage of names to clarify. Despite being ostracized, Lord de Rosier retains many allies. While you can certainly hold him at bay, perhaps we should revisit another course, uniting his house and that of your ally might both appease and profit all involved. The daughter, Celeste Tybalt, is still betrothed to Leandre, but this is war of sorts. In such times, it is not personal sacrifice preferable to bloodshed? It is, in fact, the only wise outcome, and I have already begun the preparations. Are we understood? In expectation, Lady Eustace Richelieu. Should we commit lives to this mess? If we withdraw, our original goal is achieved. They are fractured. None of this group is a threat. They have no teeth for fighting. We have manpower to thwart Lord de Rosier. We chose a course, and we can see it through. I don't know. Aid. The Imperial Army will aid the Inquisition's forces against Corypheus, but they must also address lingering issues at home. Weaknesses in the Vale, no doubt heightened due to rifts, have resulted in demons on the road between Valfort and Montesmart. This would demand a call to action at the best of times. Unfortunately, the number of travelers on the roads, merchants attempting to restore trade, displaced civilians returning home after the war, has made the situation worse. The head of the Imperial Army has requested assistance from the Inquisition in subduing this threat. I doubt the army needs the assistance of a full complement of soldiers. My agents can scout the roads and divert travelers away from the worst areas. Petition the Chantry, or a chance to solidify our alliance and prove ourselves their equal. A joint venture will also increase our understanding of Imperial Army structure and tactics. Short, call him, take it. That was actually the most convincing. We had our people remove the downward pointing triangular symbols from our outposts. They have not made a reappearance, which means little. It's clear someone has an interest in the Inquisition. Someone organized with ties to those across the sea. We've eliminated the Canary as the most obvious suspects. Nonetheless, knowing who they're not does not tell us who they are, what they're doing, or why. They're clever, we know that, and they have their resources, but so do we. And they should learn that they are not to toy with the Inquisition. If our investigations have any hope of succeeding, we'll have to strike hard and fast before they even know we're looking. A coordinated effort hitting all the leads we have at once. I did enjoy our little venture, and I hate to be a bother, but I believe you owe me a favor. After all, Lord Enzo is quite dead. As you may recall, the Crows and I are not on the best of terms. They were not pleased I stole their target out from under them. It means they don't get paid. They could have taken credit for my work, but I had already written to their employer. I earned the prize after all. The Crows would like to speak to me, as you can imagine. They've sent more of their number to Hercynia. It's time I left the free marches. Okay. Aliana, he's your friend. So, do right by him. Whew. Well, that's done. Alright. Was I right about it being Sarah's amulet of power? I was! No, other way. Alright, and you had the amulet of evasion. Alright, great. Now I've got another power that you can take. Alright, what am I doing? I have multiple things to follow up on. I have to attend that. I have to find more of these. I have to travel to Caer Oswin. These are in the Emerald Graves. Great. I think this one is one of the easiest ones. So I'm just gonna, well, this part of it is easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that off the list. And yeah, see, he's all crossed out. I'll take Cassandra. And Vivienne. And Dorian. Why? Because I'm going to Val Royeaux. I think they'd enjoy it the most. Alright. So we look over here.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Who's this man to Blackwall? A brother? A friend?
Look at all these people. I thought we were more civilized than this.
Proceed.
Stop!
No!
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Blackwall!
No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years.
Oh dear.
I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
Well. Okay, there's still a guy there with the rope around his neck.
They are not. You're a liar.
Gone, almost to a man, corrupted or some such.
Maker, who's protecting us now?
The Inquisition,
Me!
of course.
Maker.
Oh, cheer up. Hello, Mr. Bailiff.
Can you believe it? Tom Rainier himself.
What do you know?
You must know something about Renee.
I know what everyone knows. He'll hang for the massacre of a noble and his family.
Okay.
Where did they take the prisoner?
In the jail of the marketplace. If you've goodbyes to say them now. It's a damn mess, but believe you me, it'll be sorted out quick. Lots of people can't wait to see that man swing. Guess not.
Alright. So there's a prison off the marketplace. As I remember what is in the marketplace. What do you have? Wow. Decent stuff. Okay. 3 shops. 3 shops in 1. Okay, nope, that's worse. And here. Wow. Okay. Alright. I can take the hint of I do not have good armor. I'll get that fixed. But I've got crafting material to fix it. Alright. Should have checked if they had schematics. Show me. No. No, I want schematics. Weapons. Armor. Damn. Came back for nothing. Okay.
You're rather insolent for a servant, aren't you?
You're a mage, not my patron. I've no reason to be polite to you.
Your patron is my patron, and he tasked you to accompany me.
To report should any Templars attack you, not cater to your every whim.
Wow.
The blonde elf with the Inquisition. Didn't I see you with her once?
I've passed her and her friends information from time to time.
You admit it? Just like that?
They're a fun lot. Well, sometimes. It's hard to explain.
I've never come across that little bit before. Did I buy everything from here already? I think so. Oh, I can buy glass. And drapery. Actually, I do think the Free Marcher, I think it's the Free Marchers, have really cool looking stuff. So.
Those who had been cast down, the demons who would be gods, began to
Be
whisper
careful.
to men from their
Okay.
tombs within the earth. And the men of Tevinter heard
Hey.
and raised altars.
There's
the
a
pretended
quest.
gods once knew. From Haven's fire come we, the able true, to
Inquisitor, a title hard to rhyme. A challenge for another day, I think.
What's up?
Forgive me my distractions, Eminence. I'm overwhelmed by you and what you've done. My name is Meridel, a humble bard.
Okay. How can I help?
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
A simple thing that you know well. The power of a muse to rally hearts and minds. Inquisitor, I want to spread the word of what you've done. A small but vital role. Perhaps I'll also make a coin or two.
Are you a bard like those of Orlais?
Oh, heavens no. I'm a minstrel first. My weapon is a cutting tongue, not blades. I hope my skills will help in some small way, if only I can give your deeds their due.
All right.
Carry on, then.
Oh, I will do my best, Inquisitor.
That's what you wanted. Just gonna jump over everything, like the heathen I am. Wait, no, seriously, what?
There is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
Okay.
We shall see.
All right. To the prison. Okay. Talk to him in his cell. You don't speak. Now you have to go down the long, dark hallway. Wow. How is it a nicer prison in the future? That was apocalyptic.
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
Okay.
Was the bailiff telling the truth? Did you really do those things?
Yes, I did. It's all true. It's time we all took a good look at who I really am.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
Well, you are more than that.
I know you're more than what you say. Have some faith in yourself.
You say anything else?
Yes.
Yeah, I can.
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing. A waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valshavan for the joining. But Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a darkspawn, and fill a vial with its blood. When I returned, I found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Not saying I disagree, but Blackwall clearly thought you were worth saving.
No one should have died for me. He would have wanted me to carry on to Valshavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there's no proof that I've been recruited. That I didn't kill him. I couldn't go to the Wardens. But I couldn't just walk away. So, Rainier died. And Blackwall lived.
Interesting. So, who were you?
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army. Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
Okay, so who did you save?
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
So what happened?
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed, why?
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, Ulf Gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked, I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question, just as your men trust you.
I really don't like any of these responses, but...
Armies are weapons. Weapons don't wield themselves.
Weapons don't have lives, families, dreams. An army is not just a weapon.
My reports say that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men have been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their country. No one likes to think about that. But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines. Heirs. No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
That shouldn't be how wars are fought. There's no need.
War is unfair, and the sky is blue. But you're right. There was no need for what I did.
Is there anything else?
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes.
Nope.
That's all for now.
Alright.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
Great.
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
Let me guess. Our spy master had this lying around somewhere, didn't she?
It would have been difficult for anyone to connect Blackwall to Rainier. Even Liliana has something of a blind spot when it comes to wardens. What do we do now?
That is the question.
Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. Yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
People do change.
He wanted to change. To prove that he'd really left his past behind. He had to face up to it.
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
Yep. New operation. And back to Val Royo. We made it.
It's good to see the Montiliers rising to prominence once again.
Your delight is repulsive. Lady Josephine accomplished something remarkable. She deserves all our success. We shall see. Things are never as certain as they seem.
Well then.
Then
Isn't that
the
nice?
Maker said, "To you, my second born, I grant."
And when it all cleared, she was still in charge. So what was the point?
You would not believe the number of alliances shattered and broken that night.
Sounds like a wash.
Oh, it seems so. And I've decided to go a different way entirely.
Is that good?
We shall see.
Oh, good gosh. Alright. So. I think I'm going to travel back to Skyhold and end this episode. There's... What's the... I'm gonna go return to Skyhold, travel, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode, and in the meantime, in between time, take care, have fun, and happy trails.